It's your friendly commissioner, Two Belts, coming at you with a very important league manager note. Round 1 of our playoffs has just concluded, so let's take a look back at the opening round of our Where Reality Becomes Fantasy Football Championship. First up, let's take a look at the number 1 and number 8 matchup. We got Nick and his Andy Reid mustache team going up against Tim and his Hacksaw Heroes. Nick having huge games from T.Y. Hilton, Jordy Nelson, and Le'Veon Bell, who scored 45 points against those Cincinnati Bengals. Le'Veon Bell scored so many points, he'll earn the MVP for round 1. But Peyton Manning did not show up. He only had 4 fantasy points. Even though we didn't have a big outing from Peyton Manning, Nick's team scored 148 points and eliminating his BFF Tim from the playoff. Aaron Rodgers will no longer be a factor in our league. He scored 31 points against the Atlanta Falcons, but that was not enough. Tim did not have a big game from Jordan Reed or Giovanni Bernard, who only scored 2 points apiece. Thanks for all your contributions this year, Tim. Thanks for coming to the draft. You always make our league so much more enjoyable. We appreciate all that you do, but your services will no longer be needed this year. See you later, Tim. Nick, congratulations on moving on. We'll see you in the next round. Next up, we have Straight Cash Homie going up against Back That Pass Up. This is a very close game for a while. Lauren had a big game from Russell Wilson, who scored 28 points. Mike Evans, quite possibly the Rookie of the Year, scored 2 touchdowns. He had 16 points. But that was not quite enough for Kevin Patel's Straight Cash Homie team. Matthew Stafford actually showed up with 28 points. C.J. Anderson, all he does is score touchdown for the Broncos. He had 23 points. And Alshon Jeffrey and Antonio Brown have been doing really well for Kevin this year. They lived up to their expectations, scoring 15 points each. And Kevin will be moving on to the next round to face Nick in the number 1 seed. This is going to be a great matchup. I'm looking forward to it. Congratulations, Kevin. Lauren, thank you for everything that you do for our league. You know, cooking, cleaning, helping me get ready for the draft. Thank you for everything you do. But, again, you've been eliminated, so we'll see you next year. Next up, we got yours truly, Two Belts, going up against Dell and his executive vice president to the assistant team manager. Dell had a huge game from DeMarco Murray, scoring 31 fantasy points. He also had a big game from Andrew Luck, who scored 24. But that's about it for Dell's team. Keenan Allen took a vacation to Revis Island. He was shut down Sunday night against the Patriots. He scored 0 points. So Dell's 91 points was not enough to beat yours truly, Two Belts. Thank goodness Calvin Johnson showed up. He had a huge game. He had 25 points. Tony Romo actually did a really good job. He scored 20 points against those Chicago Bears. So I'll be moving on to face the winner of the Pittsburgh Steelers and JC's Disciples. This was a very close game. It came down to Monday night's matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. Now, Tucker had Randall Cobb, and Tyler had Eddie Lacy. There was only 2 points between those two teams, and it all came down to those 2 players. Eddie Lacy had a huge game. He had 22 points. Carries Tyler on to the next round. He scores 126 points and beats out Tucker's JC Disciples, who only scored 107. Tucker had a big game from Jay Cutler, who scored 30 points. Jamal Charles, who got injured and was out a little bit, but still managed to score 23 points. And the Rams defense came up huge for Tucker and scored 29 points. But unfortunately, that wasn't enough. Tucker, thanks for everything you do for our league. You're an integral part. You've been here from the beginning. Thanks for all your comments, and I appreciate everything you do to make our league so much fun. But you've been eliminated, so we'll see you next year. Tyler moves on to face yours truly. So let's take a look at the matchups in the semifinals. The first round, or the first matchup we have is Nick and Shirley going up against Straight Cash Homie Kevin Patel. Nick, who's hoping that Peyton Manning will bounce back and score more than 4 points for him, but he also has possibly the best fantasy player in our league, Le'Veon Bell, going up against Kevin. Kevin has Josh Gordon. Hopefully his 16-round draft pick of Josh Gordon will pay off for him, and Josh Gordon will show up this weekend to help Kevin move on. But we'll see. Number 1 against number 4. Good luck to both of you. And then we have the number 6 and number 7 teams going up against each other. 2 upsets in the bottom half of our league. Tyler Callahan, who's a newcomer in our league, first year, moving on to the semifinals. But he's going up against yours truly. I'm hoping my wide receivers will help carry me to the championship to defend my title, but we'll see. Good luck, Tyler, and good luck to the rest of you. Thanks, everybody, for everything that you do to make our league so awesome. If you're eliminated, tough luck. Good luck next year, but you know what? Now's the time to start preparing. Start doing your homework now. It's never too early. Fantasy football season never ends, so you can always do your homework now and get ready for next year. Thanks again, and tune in next week for another installment of the League Manager Note. I can't wait for the games this weekend. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you next time.